Hey guys, it's Cassie, and welcome back to my channel, Miraculous Talk. Today, I wanted to talk about Wishmaker. But before we get into that, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video, a theory, or any miraculous buzz. Without further ado, let's talk miraculous. So, I've had a lot of thoughts about Wishmaker, and they've all changed a lot within the last week. And that even includes after watching Crocodile. Like many Miraculars, I do think there's going to be an identity reveal of some sort in this episode. I actually had theorized in a conversation with someone that Luca might figure out that Marinette is Ladybug, but not actually confront her. And after watching Crocodile, I 100% believe this is going to happen. In Crocodile, Ladybug says that it's hard to believe Juleka and Luca's parents loved each other once. And Luca says it seems their love must have died, and Ladybug goes, but that's no reason not to talk to each other. The look Luca gives her is very interesting. But then Ladybug messes up, and she tells Luca, "We'll talk later." Oh, I mean, it's not safe. Luca actually just stands there and stares after her after that. And he even stands there and stares after Cat Noir bounces away. It was kind of like he was in shock. And so that kind of leads me to think that maybe he might have an idea that Marinette is Ladybug. Now, as for the ice cream we see being shared in Wishmaker, I don't think that's anything to worry about. In the end of the Crocodile episode, Luca and Marinette agree to be friends. So I don't think they're going on a date together or anything like that. And in fact, I'm not even sure they actually go together to this event. I think they just happen to meet up there. And if you look at the ice cream colors, they are completely different than any kind of ice cream we have seen Marinette have anytime in the series. And in fact, this is the first time in the series episodes that we've seen Marinette with 3 scoops of ice cream. There was an Instagram post that Marinette had 3 scoops, but again, this is completely different. And in fact, it almost looks like ice cream that represents her, and maybe, just maybe, Cat Noir, because the mint chocolate chip on the top is very reminiscent of our favorite feline superhero who is all clad in black and green. So maybe this is a hint that Marinette will start accepting her feelings towards Cat, and maybe this episode is where we're going to see that change really take place in her. Now, exactly what kind of event is this that Marinette, Adrien, and Luca are all attending? If you look at the first scene that is showed to us in the trailer, we see Adrien approaching a location that we don't really recognize, but we also see a banner over the entryway of this place, and it kind of looks like kids holding different objects that represent different careers. I think that this might actually be some kind of charity event that's kind of like a festival or something like that for kids, so they can kind of explore different careers. I think the reason why Luca is there because he's giving a music demonstration. I think Marinette decides to go because she still dreams of being a fashion designer. Now, as for Adrien, I think he goes to this event because it's something he and his mom went to before. And I think it just triggers more sad emotions just to kind of well up to the surface for Adrien. I mean, he is already dealing with a sense of betrayal almost from Ladybug because of the revelations he heard in Rocketeer. So that on top of being sad about his mom or something that they did together, and possibly not being sure of what he wants out of his future, especially with everything changing. I think this causes a lot of negative emotions in Adrien, and he just has to step away by himself. But it just so happens that Luca is talking to Marinette, and he sees Adrien sit down looking super sad. And Luca, being the kind of guy that he is, I think he just naturally wants to help. And he knows that Marinette has feelings for Adrien, and so what better way to cheer up Adrien than take the girl over there that's absolutely in love with him to cheer him up. This is where we see Luca play the violin, and we see a cute little Adriennette moment where they exchange a glance. And there may be more to it than just a glance or a look, but this is about the point where it seems like the Akuma attack starts. So our cute little Adriennette moment seems to end pretty quickly. Though, with that being said, I have heard that this episode is for everybody who likes the relationships and the love square. I think the next thing that happens is as they go to run away, you see Luca and Marinette and Adrien. And interestingly enough, we see Marinette look at Luca with these sad eyes. And I think he's taking a step back so Marinette can be happy. And I think he's doing it to get Marinette and Adrien together. And I think that makes Marinette sad because she feels bad that she's like hurting him again. But this is Luca we're talking about, and Luca is a good guy. This is what he's gonna do to help Marinette. But as they're running away, it does look like Santa Claus is chasing them. And then I'm actually wondering here if they split up and we either get a Ladrian moment or we get a Mary Chat moment. So I'm not really sure which one's going to happen. I would rather it be the Ladrian moment because I really hope there's a Mary Chat moment at the end of the episode. And I will tell you why a little later in this video, why I think that is, or why I hope that is. So the next thing we see is Cat and Ladybug fighting Wishmaker. And then we see this clip of Cat looking completely defeated and being hit by Wishmaker. And then Viperion jumps in after using his power and blocks the attack so Cat doesn't get hit. Now at this point, I think there could be something really interesting that happens. I would love to see something along this line happen of Adrien transforms into his childhood dream turned nightmare. And it just so happens that his nightmare is very specific to him as Adrien. And Ladybug, being Marinette, who is in love with Adrien, would recognize it and be like, Adrien, Cat, she would connect the dots. And then she would be like, Viperion, you have to save him. Ladybug's reaction would only confirm what Luca probably already thinks about Marinette being Ladybug. And so, of course, he would do it. But then Ladybug would have no memory of it. And Luca would. So Luca would know that Cat is Adrien. And he would know that Marinette is Ladybug. So he would be the only human character in the show to actually know the true identities of our superhero duo. That would make him sort of become what we all thought Alia would be in bringing Cat and Ladybug together. So I think before Ladybug got his Miraculous back, he would try to encourage her to kind of open her heart up to Cat Noir. And now that Luca knows for sure Marinette is Ladybug and that Adrien is Cat, he would probably for sure try and encourage Adrien to pursue Marinette. And with that in mind, I'm hoping that Luca kind of talks to Adrien before the end of the episode, and at the end of the episode, we get a Mary Chat moment because he decides he will pursue Marinette, but he goes to see her as Cat. There really are so many possibilities and so many theories out there and so many ways this could go, but the one thing I do know for sure is that I am super excited to see this episode. Also super excited that I will actually be able to understand it when it airs and I won't have to wait for subtitles. It airs on Saturday, August 7th on Disney Channel at 10:30 a.m. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the comments below and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys!